Can you hear me at all? Because I can't hear you.
Hello,
Those that one that looks like book.
I'm coming. Is it this one or this? This. All right. This way. All right. All right.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me all? Okay. Yeah, and so Tim Bernard today will be presenting the WhatsApp account management system teardown. So we'll be having a deep dive into user pain points and solutions. So next slide, please. Okay, my teammates. I'm to introduce my teammates. So for the project of slash product manager, we have Adetoeshi. Then for the product design, we have Peace Joseph. For data analyst, we have Adeni Frank. For the front end, we have Ajas Sulaiman. We have Additional Toluwanimi. And for the back end developers, we have Amodu Ayomide and we have Okoro Maka. Next slide, please. Okay, we're starting with the WhatsApp user statistics. The WhatsApp that we all use was invented in the year 2009 as an iOS chat app. Then around 2010, it was the Android version of it was created. So and also it got to 200 million users. It got to 200 million users by 2013, and Facebook acquired it at the rate of $19 billion, at the rate of $19 billion. Now, WhatsApp has over like 2 billion users per month. per month and is one of the world's most popular messaging application. Next. Okay, for the products overview. So we'll be looking at the product overview of WhatsApp. We said WhatsApp account management teardown, a detailed analysis of user pinpoints and the need improvement. So what are the user pinpoints? That's what we're going to be looking at. Okay, for the key problems, we identify reliance on phone numbers. Okay, here we said WhatsApp majorly make use of phone numbers for users to be able to sign up or to create an account. It relies heavily on user phone number. That is one of the pain points, which and this does not allow users to actually retain privacy of their products. So the next one we'll be looking at is the actionable insights. And the actionable insight here, we have to actually what this actionable insight talks about is in the development life cycle where this WhatsApp as a product was being developed, following Agile, which has to do with the Epic. Epic has to do with what are the new features that should be added into this, the new feature, the new ideologies, then the user story, which has to do with the documentation and bringing these visions or features into visuals. So that's what the actionable insights we're looking at. And the goal enhances WhatsApp account management system to offer flexibility, privacy, and improve user experience. Next slide, please. Okay, the problem statement. WhatsApp account management system is limited by its dependency on phone number for user identity. Like as I earlier said, so one of the problem is it's it relies heavily on phone number, and this does not give the user or customer access to retain privacy. So whoever is in your contact list or has you in their chat list has access to your direct phone contact, and this does not give you user privacy to that. So next slide, we'll be looking at the estimated value and breakdown of WhatsApp. Now WhatsApp majorly makes use of one way WhatsApp by which WhatsApp makes money is by WhatsApp Business API. This allow users to this allow business owners to send notification, business updates to their customers. And also another way, and that is like 60% of WhatsApp money generation is based on this WhatsApp Business API. And the next one is the click to WhatsApp ads. So click to WhatsApp ads. This allows customers when you click on ads, it allows you to have direct access to the business owner. You're able to send DM direct messages to them without having to like source, okay, how do I meet up or how do I get the business owner via this? So that's for that. Next slide, please. Okay, now we are going to be looking at next slide. We're going to be looking at Next slide, we're going to be looking at the impact slash effort metrics. So what are the impacts of WhatsApp to we as the users? So one of the high impacts of WhatsApp is the overwhelming notification in in group chats. So one of the impacts there is high overwhelming notification, and it does this via push notification. So whenever you're using WhatsApp, what happens is you're able to get notification, and this enables real time chats or like real life chat. So via the notification, I'm chatting, I'm able to see a notification. Oh, Mr. A sent me a chat, and I have to reply to Mr. A. So because it does this via push notification, so we're able to have real life chats. So that's one of the impacts of WhatsApp as a product. So another one is the media compression and file quality. It does this now when a sender is sending a media via image. For image, it does this via with the use of WebP, and also for video, it does this via the HVEC. Now, when he sends this image with these images or medias, now these medias, when the sender sends it, the medias are being compressed or encrypted and sent to the user, which becomes decompressed or de-encrypted, of which the receiver can be able to have access to to it. And also another one is the heavy one of the another thing is heavy reliance on phone numbers. Like I said earlier, WhatsApp relies heavily on phone numbers, and also we have backup and data recovery issues. Then for the low efforts, we said it has a poor performance in weak internet access. So where it places where there are weak internet access, so there's always poor performance of WhatsApp there. So we have equally have a poor device support. So these are one of the efforts, one of the poor impacts of WhatsApp. So there's poor device support and poor performance in weak internet access. So next slide, please. Okay, now this journey will be taking you via the user's journey. We'll be taking you via the user's journey. You are new to WhatsApp. So you are new to the product WhatsApp. Now, how do you navigate your way into the products? Now, when these products are being released into the market, now what our main aim is, we're testing for the functional, what are the you're carrying out functional testings in this. And for you to have to make use of this product, the first thing that comes into your mind is, I need to create an account. I need to have an account in order for me to use this product. And so what's gonna, for the first function you'll be testing, okay, am I able to, you are able to launch the application, which is the first slide you see. You're able to launch the application. And when you launch the application, your ability to find the next section or page or feature that allows you to enter your user details that has to do with your phone number, you're able to enter that. And there is also a feature that allows you to click submit in form of a like a mark symbol that is beneath it, so you're able to verify your details, to verify the details you've actually entered. And this verification has to do with the requirements for the product. If the details you've provided meets the product requirements, you're able to create an account. And then the third section has to do with an introduction into the platform, where you're like, okay, this is the introduction. Then the next one, you're able to see the chat box. You're able to see, okay, these are the chat interfaces. You are able to see, okay, what am I able to do? What are some functions that can take place, that can happen in this product? The functions that define actually what the product does. Okay, I'm able to send chat. I'm able to view status. I'm able to make video calls. I'm able to see videos. I'm able to see to to view images. Now, these are the workflows. These are just the functionalities or user map, like how you're able to navigate your way via into this product. Then we'll be looking at the next slide, please. Then we're going to be looking at the solution and acceptance criteria. We have listed the problems of WhatsApp, which I said one of the major problem has to do with heavy reliance on phone number. And because WhatsApp, I'm sorry, because WhatsApp is a minimum viable product. Why did I say it's a minimum viable product? Because the methodology by which this product is being built is followed by, in the software development lifecycle, it follows Agile, which has to do with Epic. And Epic, why Agile? Because it allows for the addition of new features. That's why every day you wake up, you see new feature on WhatsApp. Every day you wake up, you see new feature on WhatsApp. This is possible via the Agile system by which it's being used in production. And in the Agile system, it follows the first method, which has to do with Epic. And what does this Epic does? This Epic, what Epic does is, Epic is the phase in the development lifecycle where it allows you to, okay, what new feature can we introduce into this application? Because we've gotten review, we've seen this. Okay, what are we going to add? How do we solve this problem? So that's what Epic actually has to do. So we say user can sign up and log in with an email. So one of the solutions to WhatsApp being relying heavily on users' phone number, which does not give user the ability to retain privacy, is the ability to, now what we're introducing via Epic, we're introducing, okay, we want to add a new feature that can allow users to, instead of going using their phone number, the phone number should be optional. So they are able to use traditional authentication, like your number. You're able to use to sign up with your email, or you are going to use open authentication, whereby you can give it up. You can use an already existing account you have, maybe via Gmail or Facebook. Then you're able to give a third party access to that, and which will help to give you more privacy to your data. So that is what we're proposing. So instead of it relying heavily on phone number, so we're proposing a user authentication. So like via traditional or open authentication. So you say user can create and manage usernames for each account. Switching between accounts is seamless. Now we're also saying in this aspect, okay, fine, since WhatsApp, I'm not able to have multiple accounts. So we're proposing a feature that is in the Epic. We're adding a new feature. So we're adding a new feature into this product. Okay, you are able to add you're able to have multiple accounts of which you can be able to switch into this account, and this account can be identified via their different usernames. So and also we're saying user can select contacts to whom their phone number is hidden. That's and also then we move into the next problem. We realize we said multiple device we said multiple device support. So for the multiple device support, we said user can log in on multiple devices without needing to re-authenticate each time. So and how do we propose this in development world? What we use, we call it sensing. So we have to follow sensing, which has to do with a vector clock. That's time swap, timestamp of which if you log in with a device and another device, so is able to compare the two devices, and because each device, a device that is sending a message is meant to have a unique identifier. So we're able to like, okay, the one that sends the message, which has the recent updates. So with that, that's why you see. So we're trying to look at it if you're using your system and your laptop and your phone at the same time. So the ones that has the recent updates is the one that has the correct or the current message. So without to avoid conflicts. So that's what we're proposing on that a multiple device. So we're looking at also multiple device. Okay, I've said that. Then we're looking at the group chat notification. Users can set individual notification preference for each group. Now, when we're looking at in our day-to-day use of WhatsApp, we don't have access to control the kind of notification we get. So whenever there's a notification, we tend to get every notifications, especially for group messages. There are lots of groups we all belong to. So in this epic, what we're looking at, okay, let's add a feature whereby you can be able to control the group you want to get notification from, aside from archiving the group. Okay, why don't I want to for this group, oh, because I'm expecting a certain a relevant information at this very moment. So why don't I send a notification that when the message comes, I should only get that that particular from that particular group, and not for me to be getting multiple notifications from all the groups, which for me to navigate the group might be very difficult because I'm having bulk of notification from different group chats. So like being specific, so to a specific, like setting the notification to a specific group. Also, another one, we're looking at reliable and data backup. So we said backup processes are expedited and data restoration is quick and reliable. So we said cross-platform migration is supported. And also another thing for also the okay, another one, we said performance in weak connection. So we're equally proposing for, since we identified like in areas where there are weak network connections. So what we're proposing here in the epic is, okay, what we're saying, low data mode optimizes performance and reduces data usage while maintaining. Sorry, the previous slide, please. Okay, I guess it cannot. Okay, what we're saying there is, okay, in scenarios where they are low, where there is low network. So we're trying to add a feature whereby we can add, instead of you using to use a high network in that particular, like loading messages, videos. So why don't you should be able to control to reduce the amount of data you can load. So that will actually help you when you're in areas where there is low network. At least you can be able to get messages instead of WhatsApp not responding at all. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. So we're looking at, okay, the summary. Next one is the summary of prioritization. So in this teardown, we identified key user stories around WhatsApp backup and data recovery system and prioritize them based on urgency. So here we said the prioritize list of user stories, faster and more reliable backup for frequent device switchers. So when you are able to, when you back up your message, if you get a new device, so you should be able to retrieve back that message, since WhatsApp works via encryption and decryption. So you should be able to get it. You should be able to get the messages when you switch devices. So we said incremental backup for users with large media files, saving time by backing up only new data. So the next one, we said cross-platform backup support to allow easy migration between Android and iOS devices. So the focus has been on addressing users' immediate needs for quicker, more efficient backup, especially for those who switch devices regularly. Solutions like incremental backups, and cross-platform support would follow to provide a well-rounded, reliable experience for all user types. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now, okay, the product tear down metrics. So we're saying measures the average time to back up large files before and after this introduction of incremental backups. So conduct in-app notification or personalized emails to user with large files and to users with large files about incremental backup and functionality. So since it works on based on the image compressions and video compressions, so user surveys or run an in-app notification campaign to inform users switching platforms about the new features. So we said track the percentage of devices switching users who can utilize cross-platform migrations. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I'm trying to. Um, my name is Bankole Balikes. I'm the team lead for Team Fibroid. Yes. Please don't let it start now. I just put up my laptop now to start sharing the screen. So let me have access to sharing. Okay. Yeah, can you see my screen, please? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, while trying to navigate to okay, to use the slideshow.
Just cancel the pop-up at the top. Click on got it.
Got it, yes.
Just click on it. Well,
Malikis, you need
what's
help
going on?
so I can
Is it not working?
Sarah, please share your screen. I didn't get this slideshow
okay,
screen.
stop sharing so I can quickly share my screen.
All right, thank you then.
Oh, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen. Okay. So good evening once again. We are Team Fibrant and we are to present um a product. We are to present a teardown on the product GG. Yeah, on the product GG. As we all know, GG is an e-commerce platform that sells to retailers where sellers can come on board and sell their new and used goods, and it's basically connect buyers with sellers, and it was launched in 2014, and the company was also created by Genesis Technology Partners. So user base for GG is about 11 million plus and 50 million monthly users, and it continues to grow day by day with buying and selling of second-hand goods. The target audience for GG are general customers, people looking for affordable second-hand goods, small to medium-sized enterprises. Those are business owners who use the platform to reach out to more customers. Job seekers as well go to GG because they have a job section there to connect job seekers to employers, and low to medium middle income earners also use that platform to get goods that are affordable. Then the urban and rural communities as well use GG to get goods. So GG has a lot of competitors. Amongst them are Konga, Jumia, Facebook, and aside for the fact that they have competitors, they were able to stand out in the African e-commerce market because of their second-hand and new products, because we're able to cater for a lot of people, and goods gotten on Gigi are much more affordable to other competitors. So the core features and functionality of Gigi app is that Gigi allow users to post ads for a wide variety of goods and services, ranging from electronics, vehicles, real estate, fashion items. Also, it has an inbuilt chat functions that enables buyers and sellers to communicate easily. There's also security features on Gigi because Gigi provides verified sellers with badges to boost their credibility. There's also protection service for buyers on Gigi, like escrow systems for certain transactions. Then there's payment integration on the Gigi app. While traditionally classified app with transaction, okay, and there's ad promotions as well for GG app. Sellers can pay for promotions to make ads. So the strength for GG app is that it has a large user base across many countries and it connects buyers internationally. Also, the strength is that it is affordable and it's convenience for buyers and sellers to um, to use. And there's also bargain hunters on the platform. Then verification and safety. Their sellers are verified and they as well protect their buyers. Despite that, they have a lot of strength. There are still weaknesses for GG app, which is payment processing, because they have an integrated options. So there are not seamless as dedicated e-commerce like Amazon. Then their customer service as well. There are occasional complaints that makes sales to slow down on GG app. Like their customer service is very slow and lack of follow up on scammers. Then quality control. Since GG operate as a classified platform, product quality is solely dependent on individual sellers, which can be inconsistent. Then the going to the user experience and design interface for GG, there is modern layout. GG has a clean and modern interface, making it visually appealing. And the app uses large images and easy to read fonts, contributing to a professional design. Then the ads and promos, the UI shows a lot of sponsored ads, which can sometimes interfere with organic search results. I like to call on my colleague to continue with the user flow.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm going to continue from where Balikis has stopped. My name is Ochiba Sarah, and I'm also the product manager for Team Vibrant. So, moving on to the user flow. I don't know if you can hear me, please.
Please go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, so to the onboarding section, this is where we allow new users to come in, register, and also be a user of the product. Then, when it comes to the same under the same users, we have two users basically: people that want to buy and people that want to sell. So, people that want to buy, they have the option of having this search button where they can search for anything that they want. Then for sellers, we also have the search button for listing where they can list out their product that they want to sell categorically. I mean, listen in general, basically. Then we also have for sellers too, where they can actually post their adverts. They'll move on to accessibility and usability. For the accessibility part, I think the app is generally accessible to like a broad audience. Well, some users struggle with the smaller fonts. Like we all know, people have different preferences. Some people like smaller fonts, some people like bigger fonts. Then the app is also user friendly, whereby you can also navigate through. You can when you open the app, you can see the search button, you can see the messaging icon, you can also see the home, you can also see the customer service, customer care button where you can also lay your complaint. So it's user friendly basically. Then we go to the performance and the technological part. Under the technical performance, the speed, the speed is I mean, people usually struggle with the slow response. I don't know if it's due to high traffic or something, but according to our research, and we We understand that this kit of a thing, it's like is a pain point actually for users. Then also the responsiveness, it's also slow in responding, basically. Then when it comes to stability, it's not stable. Like, let's say on the range of 1 to 10, it's about 5% stable. But occasionally, it usually have this service downtime and error messages that pops on when you're trying to search for goods, and or you're trying to um apply for a service. Then when it comes to application optimization, it has two version operating system. I mean, the one for iOS and also the one for Android. Then moving on to the next slide, the technology used for backend, they use Django with framework as Python. Then for front end, they use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also jQuery. Then for database, they use the PostgreSQL. That's for relational data management. Then for caching, they use Redis for fast data retrieval and also performance enhancement. Then for hosting, they also use AWS for scalability and reliability. Then we're going to the monetization strategy. This is where a company tends to get revenue from the app they're building. Because as an application, even if you're trying to solve a problem, you also want to make money, right? You're spending to also get money. Then I think Gigi primarily makes money through the following avenues: advertising and also sponsored listing, premium seller packages, subscription-based services. They make money from advertising from users. Sorry, not from users, from sellers. I mean, because when you go to Gigi application or the website, you will see that when you click for a product, let's say for instance you want to buy an iPhone 11, and then they bring a list of sellers, but you see that at the top you're going to see sponsored ads. These are people that pays for advertisement, so they kind of give them this higher leverage over people who are just only using like this free seller kind of thing, basically. Then also for the pricing structure, they have the basic listing, which is the free one, like I said earlier. Then they also have promotion, whereby sellers also promote their goods or services, so that they can get a larger audience, or they can be among the top three searched when people are searching for their products. Then when we come to subscription, we also know that Gigi usually do this subscription kind of service. You can either subscribe for weekly, you can subscribe for daily, you can also subscribe for monthly, then you can also subscribe for yearly. That's how they generate their revenue. That's how they survive in the market. Then, according to the statistics, we saw that the total users from when the application was launched in 2014 to now, their users increased from 50% to about 3.75 million monthly active users. Then their user growth, it boosted like 45%. Then their DAU, which is their daily active users, increased to like 75 users per day. Like we all know that Gigi is not just only based in Nigeria, it is based around Africa. Um, okay, thank you so much. All right.
Yes, you can. Good evening, everybody. Let me share my screen quickly. Is everybody seeing my screen now? Are you seeing my screen now? Good evening, everybody. We are talking on Zoom product teardown. Now, meet the team. This is our team members: Miss Jennifer, the product manager; Williams, product manager; Adedoyin, product manager; Full Stack Abdul Basit. Sorry, his picture is here. Then Sam, our front end manager. Next slide. So about Zoom company history. Zoom is a cloud-based video conference platform launched in 2011 by Eric. It's known for its ease of use, high quality videos or audios, and features like screen sharing. So basically, Zoom is a conference call app call where you can make large conference calls, and you can either see persons or you can use it as video or as audio. It is a platform where different kind of job persons can use and work with. Now, moving on to our next slide. Zoom overview. The launch date, it was launched on 15th January 2013. The HQ by San Jose, California. The company type, sorry, before then, Zoom was created by, or it's under the SaaS product. That's the niche it's from. Now, back to the overview. The industry, video communication. So it's a video communication app. Basically, that is what its aim is for. Then the people, the founders, the CEO, Eric Yan. Now, the next one is Zoom annual business customer from 2019 to 2022. That was when their customers and information of customers and the use, or let me say visibility of Zoom started. As at 2019, it was 82,400. 2022, 470, down to 2023, last year, 220,400. Please, I'll be moving to the next slide. So for the next slide is the target audience. When when they sat down and thought about the app that they were going for, in every app, you have to think or consider who are going to use it, the why, the what, the when, and every of this consideration. And every of this consideration. So their consideration when building this, or the set of people they targeted were, first of all, the business owners. Small or large enterprise, I can use Zoom for virtual meetings and team collaboration. So if I have a startup business now and I cannot meet the person in Ibadan, Lagos, anywhere in the world, I can just easily share a Zoom link or a Zoom meeting to the person, and it can connect. And my business meeting. I can pass my information to everything. Also, we looked at education institution. Remember at 2020, yes, that was the COVID-19 pandemic. There was close down in school, close down in different organization. So now they also used this opportunity to convert learning. Many schools organized online classes, and when during the organization of online classes, they thought they used Zoom for that. Second was individuals, that is persons that does not really, they just want to communicate with their loved ones, family, and friends. Now the next place is the freelancers and remote. Freelancers workers and remote workers. Those are people that work remotely from everywhere. I can be in Nigeria and decide that yes, I want to work with somebody in the UK or the US. So I'm going to need a method of communication, and it needs to be professional, clear, and audible. And Zoom provides all that. So the freelancers and the remote worker also use Zoom. Please, is everybody listening? Is everybody hearing me? Hello.
Yes, please.
We can hear you.
Yes. Non-profit and governmental organization can also make use of um, Zoom. Now, to my next slide, there are major competitors. In every business, there are competitors. In every workflow, there are competitors, whether small or big. Now, when it comes to Zoom, their major competitors are one, the Microsoft team, known for seamless integration with the Microsoft Office suite. It is a strong choice for business users. And the other is the Google Meet, which we are using now for our meeting. Next slide. Now, these are the key features and functionalities of Zoom. As a new user or as a user using Zoom, the first thing you do in every product or in most products, you're going to meet the login page. And the login page, that is where you see the sign up, the sign in, you sign up if you don't have an account, you sign in if you have an account, and you join a meeting. Now, just joining a meeting is if there are previous, or you were just, they sent you a meeting link or code to join, then you can just go straight, even without logging in. You can join a meeting. Now, after the signing in and the login signing in and or the signing up process, you move to the home page. And on the home page, there is the navigation bar. The navigation bar is the one that is down here. Now, on the navigation bar, there is the meeting, there is the team chat, there's the mail, there is the calendar, and there is more. Now, on the home page, there's the down navigation bar and there is the up navigation bar. The up navigation bar is for joining a meeting. That is, if you already have an account with Zoom, you just go here and join the meeting. The sorry is for new meetings, to organize new meeting. Why the second one is joining a meeting? That is, if you have a meeting that you want to join and you have an account already, then you just join it. Then the next one is to schedule a meeting. That is, if you want to schedule a meeting and you want to make a meeting with somebody, you can also schedule a meeting. Then the next on it is the share screen. That is one of the features they also have, the ability to share your screen with other people to explain, because it's not everybody that have grabs explanation. They don't get explanation of things immediately without visual seeing. Now, the next part of the navigation, if you decide to tap on the mail, you're going to go on the mail, and this is what the mail looks like. The mail is where you get notifications of things that are necessary, your necessary information. The chat room is to talk to different set of persons whenever you want to pass communication without owning your mic or without disrupting the meeting. Now, the second phase is the joining a meeting. Now, in joining a meeting, like I said earlier, if you have a meeting ID or a meeting code, then you're going to join it here. Then the next is the settings. The setting is where you get every other where you get every other information you need about the app. Now, that is the events, the whiteboard, other apps, contacts, clipboard, noteboard, and etc. Now, I'll be moving to my next slide. So, on to my next slide, user persona. Now, what is a user persona? We are looking at different type of users and how they find the interaction or the use of what they think, their opinion on this Zoom app. The first person was Sarah. She's 32, a marketing manager from New York, mid-level professional with 8 years of experience in marketing. Her background: work remotely for a mid-sized tech company, regular collaborates with team members. Now, this is where Zoom comes in. For the regular communication, for her to communicate with team members, even at her comfort zone, she uses Zoom. Now, what is her goal? In downloading Zoom and using Zoom. One of her goals is to have seamless and reliable video calls with clear audios and video quality. Her second goal is to utilize now. That is when, if everyone wants to make a video call with somebody, I'm pretty sure you want a clear communication, clear voice, and everything. And that was her main goal. That was her aim for downloading it. The second one is to utilize breakout room for a team brainstorming section. Breakout room in Zoom is a place where everybody gathers and bring interaction, like we are in a let's move it down to real time. We are in a real time now, and we are working on a project, and we are in a conference room, a house on its own. We need like a place where we can go put our sticky boards, put everything. So that is just how that's what she wanted. That's what she got, and that's why she saw that Zoom has that future, and she went for Zoom to schedule meetings and manage meetings effectively with calendar integration. Now, and her process of using Zoom, sorry, this was her challenge. Experience occasional disconnection during large meetings, which productivity. Now, during the meetings, during her one of her challenge is
lack a disconnection. During in her on our own experience, when she's using Zoom, she discovered that maybe when she's trying to do something and in the process of an important conversation and the rest, Zoom, everything just scatter, which or everything just is unorganized. Now her next challenge was limitation to free version. So in Zoom, there is the free version, there's the pro version, and there's the we'll get to that slide, and there's all this. But on in her own on the free version, there are limitations. There are things that you are limited to. That was her frustration. Now it requires better control over meeting of chat room. So to discuss in the chat room is quite difficult because every you don't have control to stop people from chatting or to drop unnecessary or to be disrupting the conversation with when having a meeting. You cannot control that. Now we have tech siren. We have 4 minutes. Okay. So we have the future and everything. There's a strength and there's functionality. Now the strength. It, so there's the strength and the weakness. User friendly interface. You can any person can navigate through Zoom interface. The scalability you can use it now. There's the weakness is limited feature on free tires. It is scalable. You can use it on your phone and anywhere. And this the breakout room, the wide device compatibility, the reliability and security. They are high security, poor customization, poor customer support, and all. Now I'll be moving to my next slide. The user flow. Like said, as I explained earlier, you sign up or you log in, you go to the dashboard, you schedule a meeting, in meeting experience and post meeting action. Now, the accessibility it is available to desktop, mobile, web with full functionality and or accessibility function closed caption provide automated transcription for hearing impaired users. Keyboard shortcut, there are also keyboard shortcut. Then the screen reader. Now, usability, user-friendly design. It is very friendly. It is easy to navigate. It has clear layout background. You can understand where you are going to. There are instructions and directions while using it. Now, up to my next slide. Their monetization. Like I said before, one of their ways of this is their way of getting money. That is why there are restrictions to their free time. Now they do pay based on subscription mode. So they to get their money based on subscription mode. To you can there are different type of platform. There are different type of way you can subscribe in to make their money. Additional revenue, that is Zoom webinar, Zoom room, Zoom phone, Zoom. So Zoom is something that is with everywhere. But to get inner access with Zoom, you have to pay, and that's how they get their money. Now, this is their pricing structure. This is how it works. Pro plan 14 points per month for users, group meeting, one and all. This is everything on the price structure here. This is how it works. Sorry, I'm fast because I have 4 minutes. Now, the next slide is their metrics. Not star metrics, daily activities user, they got 20% increase in that in 6 months. The second one is their adoption metrics, future use rate, target 50 users, and they got 50 users adopting to new ability. Now they got 50 is quite a balanced amount because that means they know that half of 100% people are able to navigate their interface right now. At 2020, during the corona, so
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Israel, did you call my name? Oh, okay. Great. Yeah, so well done with your presentation. I think there is more improvement compared to last week. I think that last week probably um, there was a little bit of a communication, or probably most of you didn't get exactly what you were supposed to do. You get, so you channel your energy in doing some, not as if it was completely bad, right? Not as if it was bad, but probably you channeled your energy into something different, than what we were expecting. So for today's one, I think there is a bit of narrow down of concepts, of what the actual word tear down is. Now, for the first team, I know I didn't join almost immediately. I think I was 6 minutes late. So I want to quickly say from where I started from the first team, I heard when you were talking about WhatsApp and some other things about WhatsApp. Yeah, for your presentation, it shows that you did your own work very well. You made your research to really know what WhatsApp entails. And I'm sure that was why you had close to 15 slides on your presentation. You break down every details of WhatsApp, and while you did that, you also suggested profile a solution. Yeah, so while you were profiling that solution, I was like, okay, so what's the business aspect of this? If you are suggesting that WhatsApp should be able to send a message without a network or poor network. I don't know if I'm correct. I think somebody mentioned that you should be able to send a message. So that would be more like an SMS, where if you have your um, money on your SIM, you can be able to send SMS. So even SMS, I think you can't. It's not even. I think you can't send a message if you don't have balance on your SIM. So if you are suggesting that WhatsApp should be able to allow messages, right, when there is poor network. So I would just say more or less no network, you can be able to send messages. So how do you then make money to get from the network providers? How do they now make their money from? And I think we also need to understand that when most of these products come come about, like they usually do a lot of research. And if I'm not mistaken, WhatsApp majorly was actually meant for um, um, international communities before they brought it down to Africa. So most of their pain points or most of their persona was not, basically, gotten from Africa, right? It was an international based product. So I want to presume that they actually did their research based on their environment. But after they've launched the market, they now see the possibility of having it, worldwide, because I don't think there's any country that does not have SIM or does not have a means of communication, calling. So they found out that other countries can actually, tap into this their product. They never thought that it will be a generally acceptable, product. So now, don't forget that there are policy privacy, right, in every country, and every country have a policy that guides businesses like this, especially foreign businesses coming to their market. Now, just assume that WhatsApp comes into Nigeria as a case study now, and you are now telling MTN, the likes of MTN, Airtel, don't forget that it was a very big battle, WhatsApp with MTN and Airtel and all of these traditional networks then. It was a big battle, you get, but they find a way around it to balance it, because a lot of people have actually migrated from making normal calls I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to bring most of those things so that we'll really understand this whole concept. So a lot of people have really migrated from making actual calls and moving to WhatsApp, right? Like we find it more, you know, the price is not so much because once you subscribe, you can actually use your WhatsApp to make call instead of recharging your phone again. So it has reduced the numbers of calls MTN, Airtel usually have traditionally. So now what do? Instead of them losing out on their customers, they decided to go into the aspect of selling data to their customers. So I'm using Nigeria as a case study, Africa, Nigeria as a case study. So they try to migrate into the world of data, right? Because they know that, okay, if you don't want to make call with recharging, you're actually going to buy data to make call with your WhatsApp. Now, if WhatsApp does not come into agreement with that policy, I don't think there will be a space for them in Africa, especially Nigeria, where we have the likes of Binance being kicked out. You understand? So those things, we need to understand them. I was expecting you to explain that balance or how did they penetrate into markets, various markets. So if you are saying um, they should be able to send messages without network. So you're actually kicking out other people who are already in the market, likes of MTN. So I don't think that is a solution. I don't think that is a solution because there must be a monetary aspect of it, except you want them to have issues with networks, other networks. So that's that. Then you said multiple device. Okay, I'm trying to understand the aspect of multiple device. Don't forget that WhatsApp is more like it's not a social network per se, right? It's not really a social network in the sense that somebody cannot send you friend requests just like that, or somebody cannot just search you online and get your number and send you a request, except you put it out there. So there's a bit of privacy when it comes to WhatsApp. It's more like an internal kind of social um, platform whereby it is just within you, people you have in your contact. So if you are suggesting that they should have multiple devices, like they should be able to allow multiple devices. So what happened to the issue of privacy? Like, okay, I don't know, I didn't really understand that part though. So how do you intend to have a multiple devices? I know that you can actually log in with WhatsApp web and you can actually use your phone as well. So they already have that, which is a measure they can, control. So allowing it you can just take your friend's phone and log in. I don't know if that was what you were trying to suggest. I don't think it's a good suggestion in terms of privacy and the reason why they created WhatsApp. So that's that on the first team. Then the second group that presented on GG, right? They they actually did well too. At least I can see a lot of improvement in your presentation, and you tried as much as possible to at least add a little bit of visual, although it was not so much. Like your texts were still more, but at the same time, I believe that you also did your research and you tried to carry us along, and you also walk us through the marketing aspect, how they make their money in terms of subscribers and being on a premium package and all. So you also explained the pain points, which was very fantastic and all. Yeah, but you mentioned something about speed. You said that most times they have issue with speed, which is a pain point, right, to their subscribers or to their users. So I was expecting that. I don't know if you don't have a developer in your group. Probably that was why you were not able to, at least give us a brief of why they had that slow speed or why they had that issue. You get. So I want to assume that your group is made up of more of product managers, so you don't really have um, more in-depth technical knowledge. So at least you should have given us a brief, just a brief. Tell us, okay, this AYZ is the cost of this, and with this, that can actually fix this. Just a little suggestion. That's just it. So well done. You actually did well. So that was just a little observation I got there. Then for the third team that talks about Zoom, you guys did well too. Like your slide was, I don't know, it was fantastic, and you aligned with the colors, and there was more of animations. At least even somebody with a sleepy eye will wake up and want to watch your slides. It was good. It was good from my hand. And the visuals, you walk us through the visuals while you try to explain your pain points and the personal. That was fantastic. But I believe there was no much time on your side to be able to break it down. And the aspect I wanted to, I was thinking that probably you were going to neglect, but you actually surprised me by saying that the aspect of their marketing aspect, how they make their money, talk about their packages and all of that. So that was good. That was good. So well done. You guys did, you did well, and I'm impressed. Well done.
Hello. So can you guys hear me? Can you not hear me? Hey, my network is a bit shit. I don't know. Yeah, so I kind of joined late. I didn't meet the presentation. I so I don't know. You guys can just carry on. I'll just lock in and keep watching. So sorry about that.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Am I audible now? Okay, good. Yeah, kudos to you guys. You you really did a good job there. Actually, I didn't join the last meeting. I don't know how the presentation was back then, but from the remarks I got and concerning what you guys did today, you guys have a try, right? Yeah, thank from your slide. Um, boils down to the content as well. You guys really try. Yeah, but I have a few things to highlight on each presentation, right? Then for presentation one, which is the WhatsApp account management, right? So Kingsley has said it all. I really love this point. Yeah, but I want to pinpoint on this authentication um, area that you guys suggested that they can have a means of like maybe email or email, right? Email. So I think it depends on what you want to do, like the project, depends on the project. So I can use username to authenticate, and I can use phone number to authenticate, and I can use email to authenticate. Provided is one of the unique identification for the user, right? So using email, using phone number depends on the kind of the flow of your project, the flow of your product rather. Yeah. So I want you to have that in mind. So you made mention of notification, right? That users should be able to have control over their notification. I think we have that feature. Yeah? You can mute your, although despite one thing I noticed there is that despite the fact that you muted the thing, you will still get the notification, right? So I observed that, and that I was expecting you to say something like that. Yes. So then, speaking of the backup features, you're talking about maybe you mentioned of reducing the because um, the mention of drag network while uploading or while doing backup. Yes, it will happen because depending on just like you fetching something from the data from the database, right? And if your network is bad, it depends on your network. You never can tell. There are some times that if you are doing backup, you just go smoothly. But at some times it depends on your network, and it depends on WhatsApp query method or database or server. Let me tell you that with your server.